Hello and welcome to Second Take Podcast. I'm your host.
Killer Teams.
My finger is bleeding.
Just
Hi, I'm Lleyton Brouwer. And this
Hi,
is Kiran Costa. Don't talk while I'm doing the intro, please. I would really
Second Take
appreciate it.
Podcast.
Please stop talking while I'm doing the intro. I'm trying to intro. Today
The
we have
best-
some really exciting sports news lined up for this week. Got some really great stuff going on in sports right now. First off, blockbuster trade happened earlier today, about 4 hours ago or something. The Rockets have traded James Harden away to the Nets in a four-way trade, obtaining Victor Oladipo. The Pacers got a couple picks. The Cavs got a couple picks. Blah 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 blah. So massive trade.
No. You can't say blah 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 because here's
It's
what
a bunch of
actually
picks.
happened.
Nobody cares about the picks, man.
Nets got James Harden and a second-round pick from Cleveland. Cavs got Jared Allen, Tayshaun Prince. Pacers got Karis LeVert, second-round pick. Rockets got Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, Rodion Kurix, 4 first-round picks, and 4 first-round pick swaps, which means whoever has the higher pick, Rockets or Nets, the Rockets get it.
Thank you for explaining what a swap is.
So, no, for sure.
Based on this information, are the Rockets playoff contenders with their new loss and addition of Victor Oladipo and James Harden?
Playoff contenders, I think yes. I think they for sure.
Yes, I would agree. 8 is definitely feasible. We'll have to see how this team works out, but I think even up to 6, anywhere from 6 to 10 is around the area that I would expect them to be. Hopefully in the playoffs. They're definitely contending for a spot.
I mean, Wall and Oladipo, I think, are solid. They have Boogie Cousins, Christian Wood, PJ Tucker, and Eric Gordon.
I mean, I wouldn't really talk about DeMarcus Cousins. He's almost a negative at this point. He's not good.
He hasn't been terrible.
By the way, if you're listening to this, hey, come on the podcast. You're my G. I love you. I'm a big fan. I think you're really good. But yeah, no, he's absolute garbage. He barely deserves to be on. He barely deserves to be on a roster, let alone get starting center minutes.
He's not a starting center. He's a backup center, but he's just a big
Who's the starting center for the Rockets right now?
Christian Wood or PJ Tucker.
Oh yeah, PJ Tucker.
Let's do some. Okay, so I'm on Bleacher Report right now. They gave a letter grade to all 4 of the teams.
Okay, let's see if we agree with this. Bleacher Report.
No, see if you can guess what they are. I want to hear what your don't look it up.
Okay,
I want to see what your grades are before you.
I'm not looking.
Okay.
What my grades are, or what I think
what do you think
graded?
the Nets got?
I think the Nets. So I would give them an A-, and I would say actually no, I'd give them an A, and I think they gave them a B+. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they gave the Cavs a D because everybody hates the Cavs, and I think they did well. I think they got a B or B+ from me, but I think they gave them the D because they give everybody the D. Who's the other team? Pacers. I think they definitely did not rate the Pacers for what they did. Trading Oladipo for Karis LeVert basically it's not a great move. Not at all. I would give them a D. I think they gave them a C or C+. And the last team is the Rockets. Also just had a bit of a downgrade, maybe a lot of a downgrade, who knows. But they are on the rebuild. So I think they didn't look that deep and they realized, and they just think that they traded Harden for Oladipo because they think it'll make them better. I think they gave him a C+, and I would give him a B or B+.
Okay, so they had 4 people in this article. I was just looking at the first guy. Okay, everybody gave the Cavs an A or an A-.
Oh, wow. It's almost like they know what they're talking about. Okay.
But the highest grade, the Nets got 2 Bs and 2 Cs.
Okay.
The
I forget
Pacers
what I said already. But
average of a B plus.
the Rockets.
Got a B plus from pretty much everyone.
The Rockets seem to have good ones as well.
The Rockets average like a B plus as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would generally agree with this, but I thought they would be a lot more critical, to be honest.
I mean, the Cavs got a 22-year-old starting center. That's pretty good.
But everybody hates the Cavs. Everybody's always so critical of the Cavs. I thought they'd be a bit more angry.
I'm angry. No.
But in general, I just think it's exciting. It's an exciting change to the, especially for the Rockets, who have been running with James Harden for what, seven years now, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just running it back. It's good to finally change it up a bit. Sorry, what were you saying?
What do we think of the Nets' chemistry situation?
They got a couple of big egos. I think.
They don't have any.
Well, realistically, Kevin Durant knows how to play on a team with people who are.
He's played with Harden.
They're good. Yeah, but that was like young Harden. Does that really count? First 2-3 years, Harden.
I think
it doesn't really count.
No.
Man Harden.
I think
you're not talking about
Harden on a team. Great chemistry. I think they trade Kyrie for a third star.
For Russell Westbrook. That would be. You run it back, and then you can lose to LeBron in the finals again.
Yep.
Because that will be what happens if they do that.
That will. No, I want them for a center.
Who did you have
in
mind?
Or a point guard. I don't know.
Curry? Low key? I think that's definitely a trade that they can pull off. Kyrie and like a couple of second-round picks in 2030 for Stephen Curry. Definitely possible.
Maybe like a Vucevic.
Vucevic is not a star. Man's barely an all-star. What do you mean? I think they should go I think they should flip Kyrie and try to get maybe like a decent point guard and a center. It looks like the Pacers are on a full rebuild. I was going to say Miles Turner, but I don't think they have who's their point guard?
Karis LeVert. They just traded him a day ago.
He's shooting guard, isn't he? Or is he running their point? I'm sure he's listed as a shooting guard, but maybe he's running
the point. I swear to God, Depot was running the point until now.
Was he? I try to avoid watching Pacers games. I'm kidding. They're just really boring to watch. That's fine. Let's think. I think a pretty decent center and a pretty decent point guard would be ideal, rather than going for just 1/3 star. Especially because it'd be so hard to deal with the locker room presence if that's what they do. So that's what they go for.
No, I don't think Steve Nash has a big enough personality to deal with this. Also, I don't like D'Antoni and Harden back together. I think there was bad blood in the locker room in Houston, and now it's just going to carry over.
You think Mike D'Antoni's racist? Ayo.
I'm not.
You know what we should do? Instead of doing like the regular titles on the podcast, we should do clickbait titles. Oh my God! Why did we not do this? Why did I not do this at the beginning?
Mike D'Antoni are racist.
For this, we can say Mike D'Antoni is racist, and then or you know what we could do? You could censor the third letter. So you don't know which way it's going to go.
No, it has to be D'Antoni or Kyrie traded to.
No, like this. I'll put it in the chat.
Well, like we're.
Mike D'Antoni. Like that. So you don't know what's coming. You're left on edge. No?
Mike D'Antoni is a.
So that you don't know.
No.
You don't know what's going on.
Oh my God! I just figured it out. So, that's not good at all.
So you know that you said there's bad blood between him and.
Oh God!
So what's the reason? It's one of those two reasons, right?
Sure. You're sure not. Why are we attacking this?
Huh?
Why are we attacking Mike D'Antoni like this?
Because you said he hates James Harden.
There was bad blood in the locker room.
Yeah, that's basically what I just said.
That's probably because of his race, though.
Whoa.
Usually.
Whoa. You're being serious as well. I was joking around, but you're being very serious right now, aren't you?
Fine,
Anyway.
I'll just stop doing this podcast. Find another person who likes sports enough to plan a show every damn week.
I don't care. I'd rather do it with Keel, to be honest.
Keel, I listen to that actually. Wait, would it be like a show where
We
you
can
like
do it about sports though. Akil doesn't know jack about sports, to be fair. Talk about music.
Yeah, it'd be like a prank.
Because he sacked off his other podcast.
It wasn't even sports and he messed it up.
To be fair, music is a lot easier to talk about. There's centuries and centuries of music, but you can only talk about current sports.
That's true.
Anyway, enough about podcasts. The NFL has their playoffs right now. We did miss last week. We did do that. The first week of the playoffs, but it's fine because now we know all the games. So this week's games, the first one that I wanted to talk about is the Rams and the Packers, which I think is one of the easier ones to decide on.
Aaron Donald.
Mainly, I'm just
gonna get through your
prediction.
Makeshift offensive line. I'm gonna tell you this: Aaron Rodgers is gonna have pressure in his face all night long.
Aaron Rodgers has been dealing with
you guys terrible offensive line. Bakhtiari's hurt. Bakhtiari is hurt.
Listen. Aaron Rodgers is a generational talent who is not to be messed with. Aaron Donald's going to come out to him and he's going to stiff arm the crap out of him and scramble out of the pocket and throw a 40-yard deep ball to Devontae Adams, who's going to catch it one-handed and run into the end zone, and all will be well. And then the Packers will ride their bus into the sunset at the end of the day.
You know, Jalen Ramsey is one of the best corners in the league.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Not speaking of Jalen Ramsey, but speaking of this game, I'm taking the Packers, obviously, 31-13.
I've never been more surprised in my life.
31-13. Give me a score prediction. And I swear to God, if you say Rams over Packers.
24-10.
Huh?
24-13.
24-13 for
Packers.
Let's go. Okay, nice. Actually, almost none of these should be close, realistically. The next one, Ravens versus Bills, from the AFC. Actually, this one should be close. The Ravens aren't as good as
Bills win it 30-31-20.
It's definitely going to be a shootout, I think. It's not going to be like a 14-10 or something like that. I'm thinking something like
31-20 is my prediction.
34-28 for the Ravens.
I think there's going to be more defense than you expect. The Ravens have a very good defense.
And the Ravens have a very good offense.
I guess the Bills do have a very perfect.
Listen, yeah, Josh Allen is
if it's working correctly.
Season, so.
That's not true.
You mean? Oh, you mean he's actually MVP?
Probably win it.
Rodgers
is going to win it, but Mahomes should win.
Whoa. What? Who's winning MVP?
I think Mahomes should win it.
You think he should, or you think he's going to?
I think he's going to.
I think he's going to. I don't think he should. I think Aaron Rodgers deserves the MVP.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP.
But you think he doesn't deserve it? That's what you're saying.
I think Mahomes deserves it. Rodgers wins it.
I say it's the other way around. I think Rodgers deserves it. Mahomes wins it.
Okay.
Oh, well. Either way, one of us will get our wish. Great. And I hope it's me.